Okay, we are finally up to the last question, and I'm really very tired. So let me see if I could do this without making mistakes. It says dilate pi by a factor of a half. Label the image using the prime notation. So write the rule for the transformation. Let me just do that right now. It says dilate first, but the rule I know is a half x, half y. Or you can write 0.5x, 0.5y. Or you can write x over 2, comma, x, y over 2. Okay, so we're going to dilate this to a factor of a half, and I'm going to write down the coordinates of p. So p is 2 to the right and 8 up, 2 to the right and 8 up. P prime would be to a factor of a half, half of 2, which is 1, and half of 8, which is 4. E, well, let me just go in order since it's pi. I is 8 to the right and 8 up. Nice and easy, even numbers to deal with. I prime would be half of 8, and it would be 4, 4. E prime, oops, E, told you I'd make a mistake. E is 2 to the right and 6 up. So half of that would be E prime. Half of 2 would be 1, and half of 6 would be 3. I'm going to go over and graph it. 1, 4 is P prime. 4, 4 is I prime. E prime is 1, 3. Alrighty. Here we go. So the figure looks exactly the same, but it's not a different shape, it's a different size. So this is dilated to a factor of a half. We already wrote the rule for this transformation. So that's done. It's a half x, half y. Which side in the image will correspond to PI, side PI? So I'm going to label or highlight PI. Well, that's the side that corresponds to it. So you just put P prime, I prime, and put a line on the top. And the last question is which angle in the image will correspond to angle IPE? Remember, the middle angle is what they actually are worried about, but IPE goes in that direction. So that means I prime, P prime, E prime. So I prime, P prime, E prime. And that's it. Full credit. If you forget the primes, just remember, if you forget some of these primes, that's what they're going to take points off for. All right, so don't forget the primes. It's a very easy thing.